Jason Gerke. This is Jowler Creek Winery and Vineyard in Platte County, Missouri. My wife and I started planting in 2004. We're standing right now in those first vines we planted. They're Norton vines, also known as Cynthiana. My helper, Addison, and I are going to prune a Norton vine. These are going on 6 years old. They've had fruit twice before, but they're still fairly young in the life of vines. We're going to prune. It's late January here in Missouri, and we've been pruning most of the afternoon because of a nice warm spell. What we try to do, these vines are on a GDC, or a Geneva double curtain, meaning there's two wires that parallel, so we got vines paralleling each other. I'm going to prune on one side today. The vines are 6 feet apart, so they have 12 feet of fruiting cordon, and that's the thicker trunk here on the wire, whereas technically the trunk is this upright. We can kind of estimate that based on the amount of wood there is, we want to leave 42 buds on each 6 foot span. So each side of the trunk is 6 feet. I want to leave 42 buds. Now, because the Norton vines grow in a downward motion, they kind of curtain, and there's quite a variety of reasons that they grow down, plus the way they begin to bud break in the spring. We leave a few more buds per cane. Now, a cane is one of these things hanging from the main cordon. So basic calculation, if I want 42 buds, that means I want 6 or 7 canes, each with 6 buds on them. So that's the basic premise of what I'm going to do today. Now, you can see there's quite a bit of old growth on here, and I'm going to get a lot of it out of the way and then come back and even out and make sure I have my 42 buds. And it's sort of an art and a science. You know, the science says this many buds for this vigor of a vine, and so we're going to do that, but it's not going to be perfect because some vines are shooting up, some are down, and so we're going to work on it. Also want to mention that this red wood that you see, this is 1-year-old wood, whereas the brown wood, that's older wood. Fruit only comes out of the 1-year-old wood, so that's where we want to leave for next spring's fruit. Some of these things that we've got here, these are old wood that we're going to get rid of if possible, so that we have just the young 1-year-old off the board. Start off just by getting rid of some of the dead stuff, some of the long stuff, and then I'll come back and do the count. Norton is a Missouri state grape. It's designated by our legislature, and it's native to the United States, fairly resistant to black rot, powdery mildew, downy mildew, and so a pretty good variety for people like me to grow here in Missouri because it's very hardy. I'll do a lot of counting of just getting 6 buds, and then I'll come back again and figure out which ones I actually want to keep. In addition to the 42 buds, or the 6 canes, 7 canes with 6 buds, I'm going to leave some renewal spurs so that next year I have some of these new. If I count my canes I have now on this side, remember I only want 6 or 7. So currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've got lots to choose from. And I'm going to get rid of a few. Like this is an older 1-year-old wood. I'm going to get rid of it because I want my fruiting canes to be closest to my fruiting wire and cordon. So I'm going to get rid of this older wood, even though it's a nice growth. Long term, it's going to be a lot better. Go down here, we've got same thing here, a little space. There's some of this old stuff. Probably do is just leave what I got because I got a pretty hardy vine. I'm going to take off this one. It's pretty thin, going to freeze off, and it's already off a second, so that leaves me. I'm going to get rid of this big one right here too because I've got a renewal, plenty of room, and that should take me down to my 7.
Acho que não vou deixar você sair da minha vida.